Hello, and thanks for joining us on another Kerfuffle Supplier webinar. Today, I'm joined by the very lovely Joanne Tatum of Moneypenny. Joanne, how are you?
I'm really good, David. Thank you. Really good. Great to be back in the office. And yeah, all's good.
Oh, good. It's a beautiful office that you've got there, by the way. I love that. It's a very, very unique setup that you've got there at Moneypenny. And I would strongly encourage any of your clients to pop in and say hello because it is a magnificent building that you have there. Joanne, today's topic, it feels like a really good Hollywood movie, but the title that I've got here is People versus Bots. And I guess the topic that we're examining today is live chat.
Right.
Now, I've always said this about Moneypenny, that what makes Moneypenny so good is that when they take your calls and they're dealing with members of the public, it is seamless and it seems like it is a member of your very own team taking the call. And although there are some very intuitive bits of software out there that provide, these bots are very sophisticated. They can chat and converse as if they were human almost, but sometimes it doesn't quite hit the mark. So talk to us about your take on live chat and how it's different.
Okay. So I guess the first thing is, what does live chat do for estate agents and how can it help them get more customers? So I think most estate agents know what live chat is these days. The ultimate virtual sales assistant. Live chat helps turn your website experience into a tailored, more personable user journey for your customers. And at Moneypenny, we've seen live chat clients have increased over the last 2 years by about 57%. So it's definitely a platform that's really making a difference to the estate agency world. So today I want to talk, as you said, about the human side of live chat and the benefits of having a real person working as a live chat agent and talking to your online customers, giving them the time, the empathy, the attention they need when they're buying or selling a home. And it really matters why you should have live chat on your website. So we know that Moneypenny offers a live chat service where we're really fortunate, where we have some ex-negotiators, some current and ex-landlords. So on the team, and it's a dedicated property team. So we run it very similar to the way that we do our telephone answering. So we would give you your own receptionist on that team. So one person that's based here in our fabulous office in Wrexham in North Wales, and they look after chats for our property clients and nobody else. So it means they're really involved with the business. Each client gets their own receptionist and they get to know you, get to know your business, get to know your branding. And it really helps because the customer feels as though they're speaking to someone that's sat in the estate agents.
And that's the key to it, isn't it? This live chat service should be there to enhance your offering. And although it is a 24/7 offering, so that live chat is ever present. A lot of people have those pop-ups that say, would you like to talk to somebody? And the point is people do have questions and that they want answers to. And those questions are best answered when somebody understands the business. And that's what you understand property, but you also understand the businesses that you cater for, which I think is so important.
It is. It's extremely important. Inevitably, like a phone call, a live chat can be the first interaction that a potential new client is having with that business. So it's important that it's a lovely, friendly, engaging conversation just in chat form, the same as though they would be having when they're making phone contact with a business as well.
And so you've obviously got agents that have been using this, and what are the results that they're seeing? What are the sort of key benefits that they are now reaping? Are they walking into sort of an office with warmed up leads in the morning where they can sort of dig into them? from previous nights' chats? Do we have? Can I check what was said during that chat? Do we get a transcript? How does it work?
You do. So the conversation is all in a transcript. So as soon as that conversation is finished with the visitor and the agent, then the whole transcript is then emailed over to the relevant person within the branch, the relevant branch for, as well. So if it's a multiple branch estate agent, we can make sure that that information is relayed to the most appropriate one. And they get to see the whole conversation that's taking place. So whether it's a viewing, a valuation, a landlord inquiry, all of that information is there. And we definitely find that people are a lot more forward in giving information on live chat. So they'll be able to give the agent a lot, be forearmed really, so they know exactly what they're expecting when they do pick up that phone call to speak to that client to book their viewing, valuation, whatever that might be. They've got a real good indication of where they are in their journey. So, we can find out if they've got their decision in principle. So if they're hot to trot, if you like. So when they are booking that viewing inquiry, they're booking that viewing in, they know that this is a really hot lead. They're in a good position and, they can just get on with it and have all of that information at their fingertips.
And I suppose using a live sort of person that is answering these questions, it ensures that you're not really ever missing a lead, because sometimes bots can miss the point a little bit. As long as there's an answer to a question, it carries on. But with a live chat, it is a conversation. It's an actual real conversation. You have the ability to ask, well, look, is there anything else that I can help you with? If you're inquiring about a valuation, would you like to book one now with me?
Exactly.
These are sort of prompts that perhaps are difficult to automate sometimes.
They are, and even in that conversation, because the Moneypenny live chat agent knows the industry, if someone is booking a viewing inquiry, it's really important that they have that opportunity then to find out what their position on the market is. Have they got a property to sell? Could we also get a valuation inquiry out of that visitor as well? So you've got two hits for the price of one. So it's about making sure that you're understanding and you're trying to get as much information out of them as possible, not just contact details, which I think a lot of people assume live chat is to just generate the lead, get that information. It's about telling the story as well.
You've given me some stats here, which are staggering, but one of them is that businesses that respond to new inquiries within 5 minutes are 21 times more likely to convert the lead than those who keep an inquiry waiting for 30 minutes or longer. Now, I'm working as an estate agent. We always try to temper rushing in and doing things with also, look, we need to take our time and get the job done. But if you are a busy estate agent, you haven't got the time to jump on that lead straight away. Let's face it, guys, we now live in a world where everybody wants a buy it now option. We all want to have our groceries delivered today within the hour. We all want next day delivery on all of our items. We've come to expect a world where we can press buttons and we can get an outcome very quickly. And so being kept waiting in any kind of digital environment usually leads to a drop off in that inquiry. So it does make absolute sense, but that is a staggering statistic right there, isn't it?
It is definitely. And as you've said, we're a demanding bunch of people these days, aren't we? And people are really time poor and they'll lean on a business that can offer the support when they need it. They don't want to be dictated to now where, I can only speak to this business between 9 and 5:30 Monday to Friday. That's not the way that buyers and sellers are looking. There's so many people that work out for shift work, so to be able to finish your shift or maybe in your lunch break at 2 o'clock in the morning to have that human interaction with someone in your working day is just key, and live chat definitely provides that. And we know that 78% of people will purchase from the first company that gets back to them following a contact request. So live chat again is allowing businesses to be able to make the most of that, and allowing people to speak to them at silly o'clock in the morning.
And it really does make your website landing page come to life, because I think that we all spend so much time getting our website fit for purpose. We've got lots of different functionality on there. People can view the properties that we're advertising. They can arrange evaluation. And we assume sometimes that the customer journey is intuitive and they just flow through the website and get to the place that they want to be. But very often for the customer, they hit an estate agent's website. They've got all of these different options, and it can actually be quite overwhelming. And at some point, there is a lack of engagement that goes on there, but the customer maybe gets a glimpse of what they need, but they don't follow through with it and actually sort of action anything. But with live chat, that actually makes you more likely to get proper engagement on your website, because it's prompting them.
It is definitely. It's being there, answering their questions, being there with them on the journey as well, showing that empathy. You just don't know where that person is, if they're really excited, if they've had an offer that's fallen through. So it's important to be engaging with them and understand that journey. And that's the difference between a live chat agent and a bot. But just going back to the bot part, we totally understand as well that bots do have their place within live chat. So we have got that element too. So we're not saying it's all real people, it's a combination of them both. And how does that work in the estate agency world? So we can have a chatbot element and then combined with a live chat agent. So what happens with that, David, is a client can have a little button that appears on the website, and it will say, do you want to speak to us today about sales, lettings, or property maintenance, for example? So if the visitor clicks on sales and lettings, that would always take them through to the human being element. If they click on property maintenance, the less valuable conversations, that can take them through the chatbot. So it will answer those questions. If the agent is using someone like FixFlow, for example, that can direct them to the FixFlow page. Or we can even do more triaging. Thank you, is your maintenance inquiry water, gas, electric, or other? So it can really drill down to get to what that maintenance inquiry is, but taking away the human element. So you're not paying for that conversation. You just want to concentrate on those really valuable leads. So a chatbot can help get rid of those and just have the human element for those really important.
Like you say, it's all about the different journeys, isn't it?
It is.
Because those I suppose with maintenance, it's a more of an administrative burden sometimes for a business. They just need to go through the motions and direct people to the best place on their website. And as you say, a chatbot can do that amazingly well without any problems. And it's a very it's almost a set piece, isn't it? You've got a beginning, a middle, and end to that journey. Whereas, as we all know, a conversation with a live customer about selling their house and the reasons for selling their house, or wanting to view a property or make an offer on a property, that's usually much more involved. There's a backstory. There are good reasons for buying a house. There are sometimes sad reasons. We all, we are with people on this grand journey through their life, and sometimes we forget that. But these little chats can make all the difference to the customer.
They can, and as we said earlier, it's about understanding where they are in that journey. Estate agents, it's about building relationships with those potential new clients, and live chat can help you with that by gathering that information before you've even had that first interaction with that client. We've captured all of that. You're forearmed. You've got a story there in front of you before you pick up that phone or go out and meet them on the viewing or the valuation. One thing that we've not touched on as well is there's so much to talk about with live chat. I feel as though I could be here forever, and I love it. Live chat is definitely, I've seen since 2017 we launched it at Moneypenny, and I was part of the beta testing, and at that part I thought, oh gosh, live chat, I don't really like it. So I'm not sure I'm the best person to be going out there asking clients to beta test it. I completely changed my thinking really quickly, because I saw the results of what it was doing for clients. And now if I go on a website and it hasn't got live chat, what on earth are you doing? You need to be on this journey now. You need live chat. But one thing that we wanted to do is bring something completely different to the table for live chat. So as telephone answering at Moneypenny, businesses can use us either on a fully outsourced option, so we answer all of the calls, or on an overflow, we're just there in the background. We wanted to do the same with live chat. So that's one of our USPs, is that an agent can have login details to handle chat during your normal office hours. So the system recognizes when someone internal is logged in, and they would always send that chat to someone internal first. If there's nobody available, then that chat would overflow to Moneypenny, to the property team. So you don't have to do that. You've got the option fully outsourced or overflow.
It's just great to, as with the call answering service, it's just great to have that safety net and that backup, because you never know when it's going to be busy. There'll be times where you'll have lots of time to answer the inquiries yourself, and there'll be times where you actually say the words "Thank God for Moneypenny," which is a little prayer that we all make every day.
Oh. Yeah.
Tell us about what this sort of service costs to an agent and how that works.
Very difficult to do. Every agent is different. It depends on how your website is working for you. We work with Google and Universal Analytics, so there's lots of tracking. We have an amazing portal that you can go in, lots of things that you can change on the design studio. So how the button sits, how it looks, timings on proactive chats. There's a whole host of things. And I encourage anyone that's thinking about live chat is just pick up the phone, have that conversation with myself or one of the team, and we can really guide you through all of that. But price-wise, as a member of Kerfuffle, we offer a 2-week free trial. So it's completely free. There's no obligation. There's no setup fee. It is completely free. That
what have
trial,
you got to lose? This is
exactly
the best deal you're going to get offered all day.
Exactly. But we base our pricing on the number of chats. So after that 2-week trial, we'd have a really good picture of what's going on with your website, whether we use a chatbot function. So I would say anyone that's got a really high lettings portfolio and they deal with the property maintenance side of things, I would always suggest looking at the chatbot to help get rid of those maintenance inquiries and concentrate on the sales and the lettings. So we'll paint that picture. We'll tell you how many chats there've been. We'll break it down into how many viewings, valuations, landlord inquiries, etc. And then we'll give you a recommendation for moving forward. But we've got schemes that start off at 30 chats per month and go up and up and up. You know, we've got some clients that are on thousands of chats per month. So there's something to fit everybody. But yeah, 100% the trial, nothing to lose, but possibly everything to gain. You know, there could be some real good nuggets of gold valuations in there.
Possibly the best chat you can ever have in the industry. We'll be talking to Joanne Tatum. Her team do really take the time to understand the needs of your business, and also they understand property and they get it. So you won't spend hours having to explain to somebody, look, this is how we work, and this is how an inquiry comes in, because they will know 9 times out of 10. A lot of you've got real property background there, and the people that work there have property background. So it's not a call center. It's not a faceless entity. Absolutely not. These are skilled professionals who you'd be happy to have sat front of house in your business, actually. And so you could do a lot worse than have a chat with Joanne. She'll run you through everything. She'll chat your socks off, and she's even got some socks for you if you need them. But Joanne, thank you very much for catching up with me today. Yeah, we look forward to talking to you again soon.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, David.
No problem.